What's going on, guys? I'm Vision. Today we're back with a video. Today is an update on the Gore Orphanage video I posted about a week ago. Yes, about a week ago. So after we made that video, during that week after, we went back to Gore Orphanage after that video released, maybe about 2 or 3 times. And then 2 days ago, we went back and finally found some evidence, some physical evidence of something weird going on. Now, something that I didn't get to mention in my last video was that we went on a Saturday night around maybe 3 a.m., something like that, probably even maybe a little bit earlier, but it was around 3 a.m. So again, we went after the video was released. Now, as we were listening that night, something insane happened. I'm not making this up for views or sub count or anything like that, but as we were listening in on that night, I really wish I had some, like, actual evidence. I mean, I recorded it, but you can faintly hear it. It's really not that big of a deal with the evidence I got. I'll just tell you guys my own perspective from it. So the first noise we all heard, and I think everybody heard it that night. The first noise was like a man almost like yelling whoa, like a really loud whoa, but loud enough where you could like hear it from the road. And shortly after you hear that noise of the man yelling whoa, then you hear some like screams, someone's in pain, or like an animal is in pain. Now, I think we all agreed upon that it sounded almost like an animal instead of a person that was screeching or screaming in pain, because you could tell, like, you could obviously tell a difference between somebody screaming and then like someone screaming in pain. Like, there's more of a rasp in the voice, or you know, there's distinctions you could tell between the two voices. Now, we heard that a couple times, not just once. We heard that maybe a little bit more than 3 times. And after we hear those noises, another car pulls up a few moments later. But theories were being formed as time went on. So I don't know who came up with this first. Maybe I did, maybe a friend did, but I think the most creepy way to theorize what was going on in the woods, because you didn't see anything from the woods, you just heard the noises, and it's just really odd to hear that at 3 in the morning. There's no cars parked there, so they would have to walk to the woods, like down the road. It would take a while to get there. So honestly, it's just a weird thing in itself. What we theorized basically was there's a cult at Gore Orphanage. I said a lot of crazy things in my videos before, so this might top it all off. A cult that sacrificed a live animal that night. I cannot make this up. So what I was thinking was that car that was coming towards us was part of that cult. Now, they were just joining in, or they were picking the people up. I don't know. Again, it's really odd that car would go down that road that night at like 2 or 3 a.m. Alright, so I'm going back and editing the video right now, but I wanted to give you guys more of a clearer understanding of what Gore Orphanage looks like and basically the layout of the map. So I'm on Google Earth right now, and I want to show you guys exactly where everything is and how I'm describing it so you guys get a better understanding in detail. So what you're seeing right here is the road. It says Gore Orphanage, obviously. So we're going down this hill right here. This is where 34 is, and then you have the fork in the road. So here's the fork in the road where my mouse is right here, and obviously if you go up the hill, there's the road, the main road, and if you go down, this is where Gore Orphanage kind of starts, where the Spruik Factor starts. So you go down this road, keep going, and then here comes the bridge. There's a couple dugouts. There's one on your right and one on the left, like small dugouts you could like park your car and maybe turn around in. So like one right here, and then one right along here. So the bridge seems a lot bigger from this aerial view. Before they fixed the bridge a little bit, there was these metal platings on the end of each side of the bridge, right? And when you go on that, it makes this giant noise with the metal like against the car or whatever. So after we get off the bridge, we go down this road right here, and we go along this giant field. Let me just zoom out a little bit. So we go down the road, there's a curve right here, and go all the way down the road. And as you can see right here, this is where the woods start. Now, there's a little dugout like before from the other bridge. There's a dugout by the woods where you can like kind of turn around. You can't really see it from the aerial view, but it's around where my mouse is, right? Around where the woods start. And so we kind of heard the screams that night, those noises, I guess, right around this area right here. So obviously we explored maybe this part where I'm circling the mouse. We searched this part before of the woods, and there was that tombstone and a couple other things that were like spray painted with graffiti and stuff. So that's kind of where the tombstone is from my last video. And the screams were kind of coming from a little bit ahead of that. And to show you guys where the dead end is, so the woods start here, of course, and then you got the dugout. So I guess if you weren't going by the dugout and just kind of parking your car right here, you would be going up this hill, down this road to a dead end right here. So I don't know. I don't think anyone lives here. I think that I don't believe anyone lives here. I don't see a house from what I'm looking at right now, but there's a lot of gravel or rocks or something like this over here. Maybe that's where the orphanage was. I'm not sure of the exact location of the orphanage. That might be it, but of course it burnt down, so that might be where it is. So as you can see, no houses on the right side, so that's where we heard the noises, the screams and everything. I am 100% sure those noises came from that side and not up the hill, because there is one house, a couple houses that you could probably hear some noises from up the hill, but again, who would make those noises at 3 a.m. and like, you know, again, painful, like screaming noises for like animal noises. Yeah, obviously you can rule out these two houses because I think, you know what, I think the park ranger lives at this house right here that like owns the park beyond this road. So I guess to make my point clear, why would somebody come out here at late at night to drive down this road? Obviously there's a couple reasons. One being they're doing the same thing we're doing, they're investigating, maybe trying to find some evidence like we are. Two, my reason, my theory, is a cult. I'm on the border of like believing there's like some sort of like cult meeting going on, but I probably sound crazy saying that. You guys probably don't believe it. That's fine. But again, nothing beyond here. There's a river that goes beyond this. So if there was something going on, it would probably have to be either in this area right here, because we never, you know, we never drove beyond this hill. So we might, I don't know, we might do that one day. But obviously the road splits off at this part right here. I don't know why. So yeah, if there's any activity, it would be in this vicinity right here. So I guess if you look at kind of the layout from the woods to the bridge on the left side right here, I guess we really couldn't hear a car coming on the bridge even if that noise was loud enough. But again, it's just really odd that those glow sticks would even be there in the first place, because again, we did not see them when we showed up, and that bridge looks really distorted in this image. So as we were leaving, when we were hearing the noises, when we were hearing those screeching noises, I guess, we saw a car come in from the curve right here. We were heading out, and then we kind of parked a car like right here to see what that car was doing there. And basically they stopped where we were, had their lights, their brake lights going. So really they were just waiting for us until we left. So they were kind of just sitting on this part of the road on the side where the dugout is. And we left, and I think we came back. I don't know if we came back or not. I don't think we did, because that was probably it that night. We were just way too spooked out at that point from what I recall. So we leave after we hear those noises, and I think I want to say we did hear something on the bridge, but we probably didn't. I don't know. I don't recall hearing anything after we heard those first set of noises by the woods. Moving on to the actual evidence. So waiting a couple days after the fact we heard those noises, we went back 2 days ago of this video being released, and we get physical evidence. Now you could take this evidence any way you want. So fast forward to 2 days ago. So we come back down the road, obviously, to Gore Orphanage, and then go past the bridge. Nothing there, right? And we sit in our car down the road at this same dugout for about 7 minutes. We turn around, come back to the bridge, and we find glow sticks laying on the first part of the bridge. So if you're looking at the bridge coming from the main road, the glow sticks have a 6 that's clearly shown. So when we were leaving the first time with the glow sticks, right, we didn't have any evidence. We didn't have any like footage the first time. We leave, and then as we were leaving, we see a car coming down that same road. And again, my theory is it's part of the cult that's there. Like that 6 is like there for the, like, I don't know, the cult members. Honestly, I really have no clue what it is. So we leave, drive down the road, about, I don't know, just keep driving down the road, and we come back, car's not there, and we turn around at the woods, at the dugout over here, come back, get some footage of the glow sticks, get some pictures, and then we leave. So there's glow sticks here. Okay, let's just watch out. Alright, no, just There's just a trail of glow sticks on this bridge. That's odd.
That's Alright, so we're at Gore Orphanage right now, and we passed the bridge going to the actual orphanage, and on our way back we found these strange lights, and we can tell that they're glow sticks, but they were not here before, and none of them had the little clips on them. So I don't know how these got here, why there's so many. I don't know who left them, but it's pretty interesting. We also heard some noises from under the bridge. It sounded like a baby yelling, so it also adds to the creepy factor.
Now I guess let me give you guys a giant aerial shot of this location, kind of give you a better understanding of the distance of Gore Orphanage and I don't know, just the layout. So I guess here's where the bridge starts on 34 right here, and then it goes on to this dead end. So right here is just a big old spooktastic mystery just beyond these woods and the bridge. I'm not really too sure why the bridge has some sort of like correlation between the woods at this point. Again, I just wanted to give you guys a better understanding, a better look about Gore Orphanage and, you know, the layout of it. So I had a theory about the car that passed when we were leaving, though. To jump back to that real quick, I'm guessing the car was there as a cult member. See, this is just getting out of hand, but the car was driving down because the 6 was a sign for the cult members to meet. Maybe there's 6 of them. Maybe the 6 signifies a special date or time or something like that. I'm honestly just going all out with research about what we saw and all the evidence from before and trying to put the pieces together, because there's obviously something going on. Like there's too much stuff we already found and heard and stuff that, like, you could rule out that it's just kids, you know, that it's just some kids playing a prank, because this is a very elaborate scheme at this point. So as we were leaving and already away from Gore Orphanage, already down the road, there's a problem with the back right brake light of the car. And so when we get back to the house, my house, we checked the brake light and it was working perfectly fine, right? And so this car had like no problems before that, like nothing had occurred with the brake lights or anything like that. There's no similar problems to that prior to what happened that night. So I just wanted to add in that it was very odd that the brake light, the back right, mind you, was having trouble or having problems with it, and it was the only time that happened. And the fact that we went to Gore Orphanage that night just adds on to the spook factor. Do you believe in ghosts? Could it be that? Could it be actual, like, spirits? I don't know. Depending on your guys' beliefs, honestly, this could go any way. I mean, I myself honestly believe in all that, as you can see from my music box videos and stuff like that. But it could be anything, honestly. But as time goes on, we're probably gonna head back there eventually and probably find more evidence. So what do you guys think about this evidence? So for the third time, yes, it could be just some people putting down glow sticks, freshly lit glow sticks, on the bridge, making a 6 to make it weird. But if you guys did happen to enjoy another spooktastic Gore Orphanage update video, drop a like down below to show some support, subscribe for daily content, and as always guys, I will see you on the next video.